Hello everyone. In this segment, we're going to put the finishing touches on our fringe scarf. I just finished our row 11 of the pattern. So I've done single crochets all the way to the end. I have not done a chain and I have not turned my work. So row 11 says to do single crochets all the way to the end and turn your work. But for this last row 11, I'm not going to turn my work yet. What we want to do is put crochet stitches all the way along the edge of the scarf just to even things up a little bit. So, first thing I'm going to do is chain one. Then I'm going to turn my work so the side of my scarf is facing up. And now I'm going to put single crochet stitches in each one of the stitches on this row. I'm going to put it in the side. And we're going to do chain 3. This is the part where we did the double crochets. So we're going to do a chain 3 to cover this span, and then we're going to go back to our single crochet, and we're going to do that all the way to the end of the scarf. So this is my first row of single crochets, and we're going in that direction. So I'm going to go right into the side of this stitch, do a single crochet. So that's one. Next one is right here. So here is my first stitch that I did. I'm going to put the second one right in here. That's 2. Three is going to be here. So I'm just going sort of at this point in between the rows to put in my crochet hook. This is 4, right in here. And 5, right there. Where you place this is really up to you and how you like it to look. But see, it really evens out the edge of those rows and the edge of my scarf. Now I've come to the double crochet part, so I'm going to chain 3, which is what the height of a double crochet is, and then I'm going to continue to do single crochets along this section. So I'm going to put my hook into this one, and I'm just going to go along and find the sides of those stitches, which really ends up being sort of in between the rows. As long as you find 5 spots and you're consistent, everything is fine. Now I'm coming again to this section where the double crochets are, so I'm going to chain 3 and then go back to putting my single crochets in the sides of these stitches. And I'm going to continue to do this until I get to the end of my scarf. So now I've come down to the bottom edge of my scarf. I've been doing the single crochet and the chain 3s all the way to the bottom. So this edge here, that's my beginning chain foundation when I started the scarf. So I'm at the last stitch at the bottom of my scarf. I'm going to do a chain 1, turn my work, and now I'm going to start making the fringe along this bottom edge. To do that, I am going to put a single crochet in the bottom of that first chain stitch. So that's going to be right here. I'm going to do a single crochet, and then I'm going to chain 30. That's going to be my actual fringe. So I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to chain all the way up until I have 30 chain stitches. So now I've completed my 30 chain stitches. I'm going to go back into this chain foundation and do another single crochet into the second stitch in the chain. So here's the first stitch. And this is where my chain is coming out of that I just made. I'm going to go into the second stitch, which is right here, and I'm going to do a single crochet. And when I do that single crochet, it is going to anchor my fringe back to the base of my scarf. So now that I've done a single crochet back into this chain, I am going to chain another 30 stitches. So now I've completed another 30 chains, and now I'm going to go back into the next chain stitch from my foundation chain, which is going to be right here. And I'm going to go into this chain stitch, do a single crochet. Now I have 2 sections of fringe on the bottom of my scarf. And I'm going to continue all the way along to do a single crochet here, chain 30, and then a single crochet into the next chain stitch. And do that all the way along to create the fringe. When I get to the end, I'm going to do another chain 1, turn my work, and go back and finish this side of my scarf. When I get back to this edge, I'm going to again chain 1, turn my work, and then create the fringes on the other edge.